let's talk about the Met Gala, and let's talk about the juxtaposition, the contrast between these celebrities who paid $75,000 per ticket to go to this, and the starving children waiting for a scrap of food from volunteers in Gaza. I would like to remind everyone, or inform you if you didn't know, that Operation Olive Branch has been trying to raise money for months for desperate families trying to evacuate from Rafah. The Egyptian border will not let them through and have not let them through unless they pay a ransom. So tens of thousands of families have been creating GoFundMes and asking people to share them in the hopes that they may be able to live. And you got these little Marie Antoinettes over here paying $75,000 a ticket just to go to this. That doesn't count how much money they spend on their costumes. And what is that money for, supposedly? Ostensibly, the money is for fundraising gala held for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in Manhattan. Oh, thanks God. What good people, what philanthropists. I was really worried about the Manhattan Institute of Costume or whatever the fuck. Glad we could be raising funds for it. But none of these people, not a single one of them, have had anything to say about the genocide in Gaza, nor have any of them bothered to try to raise awareness to the families trying to evacuate. Yeah, I'm looking at you too, Lizzo. This is the same woman that 5 minutes ago made a TikTok about how celebrities are just treated so unfairly. We expect so much of them when they don't even have any power. But then she's doing fundraising performances for our genocidal president and showing up at the Met Gala. Don't act like you don't know about what's happening in Gaza. You know, because you went out of your way to make a TikTok about how actually you're the victim. And it's not just her, it's all of them. I just use her and point her out because she was the one who recently decided to get on Al Gore's internet and try to make herself a victim for people criticizing her about not saying anything about Gaza and doing fundraising performances for Joe Biden as he continues to enable this genocide. But it is all of them. And we are now full on 7 months into this genocide, and none of these people have said shit. The contrast of just watching all these bourgeoisie plutocrats go to their narcissistic ball under the false fake pretense of raising money for a good cause as tens of thousands of Palestinians are starving to death. They are trapped in Rafah. And that this happened the very day that the IOF started their ground invasion in Rafah. The timing of that and the picture that this paints of the type of society we live in should not be lost on anyone. This decadent, late-stage capitalism sociopathy should make you sick. But I know for some it won't. Because for some of you, you are so thoroughly brainwashed that you've made it your job to be a full-time, unpaid simp for the rich. This is truly dystopian. And it is truly a sickness, a rot in our society, that there are so many people that care more about worshiping these narcissists that don't give a fuck about you. You think it stops there? As our late stage empire continues to collapse and people here continue to get poor and suffer more, these people will still be going to the Met Gala. And I would say, if you get butthurt or triggered that I'm criticizing your favorite celeb, because any person that went to this while the invasion of Rafah was happening, while a genocide is being carried out with our tax dollars, they're gross. And you should maybe do some self-examination and ask yourself why you're so much more interested in doing PR and acting as a free bodyguard to defend the honor and the rights of these incredibly rich oligarchs to just show up at a party wearing ridiculously expensive clothing rather than caring at all about the people that are starving and the fact that all of these people and all wealthy rich people and elites are refusing to acknowledge it, let alone do anything to help. I have seen so many people just give $5 or $10 to these GoFundMes because that's all they could afford. When a single one of them, that hat that guy's wearing, probably could evacuate an entire family. Free Palestine, and may you, the American brainwashed bootlicker, be free from the decadence you defend and the decay and the depravity of our rotting culture.